Welcome to Fourth and Forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network. Join hosts Dan, Richie, and TD as they break down the latest news and storylines across the NFL, featuring game predictions, breakdowns, heated debates, live Patreon callers, and everything in between. Catch Fourth and Forever every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Fourth and Forever, your daily not Buffalo Bills, NFL news and rumors show. Dude, I'm sorry, man. Listen, I was in Buffalo Bills mode today. A lot of news coming out of the camp. We got Vontae Davis twice in a decade, man, which is certainly unfortunate. Rich, I'm not sure if you heard, but Darius Slay just said, you know what?
Yeah, I was at a meeting with TD, a business meeting before, and TD's like, "Whoa, Rich, you see breaking news?" I'm like, whenever he says that, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what could it be?" And then I check, I'm like, "Oh," that. And I see that, I was like, "Oh, that's unfortunate." But
yeah. We'll break that down.
We'll break that down. The latest NFL news here, right on the flagship daily NFL show on Roundtable Sports Network. Guys, do us a favor, hit the like button on your way into the show. We would greatly appreciate that because that propels this channel and the show out to the YouTube algorithm as we're trying to build this thing into something special. And speaking of that, man, big shout out to Vitamin Energy because they are a proud sponsor. If you guys have not checked them out by now, please go over to the link in the description. Use the code BOGO Roundtable. You get a buy one, get one free. We are really lucky to be partnered up with this company. They are in stores nationwide. You can even get your Vitamin Energy at your local 7-Eleven, your local store. But why would you do that when you can get a literal free package if you use our code BOGO Roundtable? Also 15% off with 15 Roundtable. So huge shout out to Vitamin Energy for being the proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports, baby. Let's do it.
Buy one, get one, stocking stuffer right there, folks, as the holidays are right around. TD, what's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, baby. Here we are on Thursday, and we got a big game tonight. I can't wait to watch that one. I'm excited about it. But yeah, man, here we are on Fourth and Forever. Make sure you smash that like button, show your support by subscribing now if you're new to the channel. Salute to the proud sponsors of Fourth and Forever, Vitamin Energy. Shout out to them. They've been taking care of me and my hydration and my pre-workout, Dan. And salute to Sleeper and RotoWire as well. Let's get it.
Yeah, man, let's get into it. You know what? Might as well start off with a really weird news tidbit. So as you guys know, the Buffalo Bills claimed Darius Slay, cornerback from the Pittsburgh Steelers, who was recently released from Pittsburgh. He was a healthy scratch against Buffalo this previous Sunday. It sounds like Buffalo and Philadelphia put a claim out for him. With Buffalo obviously having a higher claim rate, they were able to win that contest, bring him in. And you know what? I liked the move. Why? Because I thought that he would be some quality depth. I think that he is a lot better than Jamarcus Ingram, who was our CB5. I thought that we would be able to utilize him in specific dime packages. He's nowhere near where he used to be, but I liked where Buffalo's head was at because we have been screwed in the past in the playoffs by losing some pretty key pieces to our secondary throughout the past couple of years. So I thought this was a good move from Buffalo to bring him in. But per Drew Rosenhaus, it sounds like Darius Slay is not reporting to Buffalo, and he's going to take the next couple of days to decide whether or not that he wants to play the game of football anymore. All right? Thanks a lot, Slay. Richie, thoughts on this move?
Devastating. I mean, you guys are losing out now because I'm just kidding. I mean, Darius Slay wasn't – I made a joke that the Buffalo Bills are becoming the retirement home for these guys. And it's like I'm shocked Adam Thielen didn't go to you guys, but instead he went to the other alternate retirer home, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I don't think this is a big deal. I think the one thing about the Bills that are really good right now, they got to give them credit for, is their secondary. I think their secondary is playing really good football. The only thing Darius Slay was going to do is provide depth. And I think your first round pick is actually showing upside. All the guys in the secondary are playing really good football. So I don't think this is a big loss. I really don't. It's funny, obviously, because the way that the whole thing shaped itself out, but not a huge loss for the Buffalo Bills in my eyes.
So I'll tell you what, man, like we definitely have like an interesting history with something like this. We had Vontae Davis retiring at halftime. We had Antonio Brown, a Buffalo Bill, for about a half hour right before he decided he wasn't coming here. And now add Darius Slay to the very weird saga of the Brandon Beane era. TD, thoughts? Darius Slay.
Yeah, I think the Bills are getting desperate. And obviously you have your secondary is doing well, but do you have the depth necessary in that secondary? And going into December and in the playoffs, you need that. This is a critical moment where you want to pick up as many pieces as you possibly can, especially the veterans. And you got a guy on waivers. I personally think that he was trying to force his way to Philly. Could be wrong, but I think he was trying to force his way to Philly, and everything was going into plan until Buffalo swooped in and said, "Hey, we're ahead of Philly. We come on over." And he was like, "Oh my gosh!"
He's like, "I ain't going to Buffalo, dude."
Yeah, and I'm getting old. That cold. Come on, man. But yeah, no, but I think he was trying to force his way to Philly, and it didn't work out. So now it's a matter of, I think if that's the case, there'll be some back channels. Hey, man, can you let me go? This is what I was really trying to do. And it's up to Buffalo if they want to. But that's what's going on here, in my opinion. Because obviously, if he really needed to take time for football, when he got removed, he could have just said, "Hey, I'm taking some time away." But he knew that waiver wire. I think he was trying to clear it and make a decision. So here we are, and the Bills are in shambles. They're not going to have their guy. You lost out on Waddle. You already lost out on Waddle, and now you're losing out on Darius Slay. So
I can't take this meme, bro. The Aaron Rodgers flag is just
in the Darius Slay Bills era.
Bro, this meme is gonna last for through time, bro. 50 years from now, this is still gonna be a meme, bro. Freaking Aaron Rodgers with the flag, dude. We were there.
So you know what? Was supposed to be such a cool moment too, right? It wasn't supposed to be a meme.
That's why the meme is hilarious, because that was the coolest moment that ends up in the tragedy.
Yeah, it was on 9/11. Was on 9/11.
Yeah, bro, we were
there. Were we there?
Yeah,
we were there.
On the field when he did that?
No, not on the field. That was the year after.
Oh, okay.
We missed it because remember we were late to the seats because we were scrambling up the stairs and
when you try to take us,
we were because we were still going up the stairs instead of the escalators, and I had Master at work and TD like, "Richie, man," and I'm sprinting. We're gonna miss Aaron Rodgers going out there with the flag.
Richie trying to kill him
to the top.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so
man.
I remember that I didn't go down on the field because I was like, I'm not going to miss a snap of this game.
Yeah, that was
I was not even going to miss the opening kickoff, dude.
You did miss, bro. I'm not going to lie, Dan. That was one of the coolest
it was pretty
moments.
Cool. Yeah.
Because the national anthem was going on, and I'm just looking to my left, and I see Sauce Gardner and Aaron Rodgers do their handshake 10 feet away from me, fully padded. I'm like, oh my God. You're really right there.
Running out the tunnel, cool. Everything. Yeah.
Holding the American flag. That was cool.
So funny enough, y'all have field access after the game on Sunday.
We do. After the Jets beat the Dolphins, we're going to be able to dance on their grave a little bit after the game is wrapped up. By the way, tickets still on sale, $100. I mean, do we have to drop it to $50 for you guys to come? I mean, come on, man. I mean, this is the cheapest package you can imagine. Field access, all-included tailgate, and a game ticket for $100.
So I said behind the scenes, right? Right before we even thought about running this event, I said, guys, we are literally going to have the same outcome as last year, right? It's two teams that are fighting for literally nothing. But hey, you know what? It's okay, we've learned our issues. From now on, all Jets and Dolphins events, we need to. And this is just a smart business decision at this point. It needs to be between weeks 1 and 3. All right? Past that, we're risking it. We're risking it all, baby.
Yeah, it's Richie's fault. They suck, man.
Well, the good news is, the Jets are going to have a winning record since 5 weeks ago for the rest of Aaron Glenn's tenure. So,
dude, you know
we're going to finish off the season with the over 500 record. We're 3-2 now. We're going to finish with a 500 record, and the next year we're going to be. So, I agree, Dan. I agree.
Worst case scenario, say that we do 2 events next year. I think both matchups need to be Bills-Pats. One in Buffalo, one in New England.
Don't sleep on Bills Jets at MetLife because those are 2 events we did. Both of them were successful.
You're right. Depending, of course, how early it is in the season. Week 1,
because
week 2.
The Bills Jets game we did last year was middle of the year. Remember it was cold?
Was October, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was October. It was late October, late
October when we did it.
That was Monday night. That was a good. You know what the unfortunate thing
Bills
is?
Mafia travel is good too.
But do you know what the unfortunate thing is? It's all out of our control because it's dependent on the schedule. We need a primetime divisional game earlier in the year. So that's why it's a little bit out of our control.
Damn, that like the Bills ain't going to be terrible next year. Stop.
TD, you say every year, my dog. Every year, my dog.
Listen.
All right, we got some impromptu topics.
Please, go ahead.
Shout out to Slay for his 19-hour shift with the Bills. Shout out to Richie Fresh. Sergeant Moon, let's go. Trevion Henderson, Rookie of the Month through the month of November. Go Pat. So this is what I wanted to do impromptu. We have some Rookie of the Months and Players of the Months announced. And I want to highlight it because we actually have 3 players within the AFC East getting honors in these.
Yes.
So that's great. So let's get into the Rookies of the Month, starting off with the New England Patriots side of things. Shout out to Trevion Henderson breaking out. 397 rushing yards, 100 receiving yards, 5 total touchdowns, 16 receptions. And then the front runner for Defensive Player of the Year. This guy's an absolute dog for the Cleveland Browns, winning Defensive Rookie of the Month. And then the NFC Players of the Month, Matthew Stafford out there winning it. MVP right there. Look at those numbers. For the defense, we have the defensive back of the Chicago Bears. Look at those numbers. 19 tackles, 6 pass deflections, 3
not shown right, dude.
That's unbelievable. And then Jason Myers for the Seattle Seahawks, Special Teams Player of the Month. And then I'll go into the AFC.
How old is that fool?
Jason Myers has been around, man.
Yeah.
He's in his 30s. Devon A-Chain, congratulations for winning AFC Player of the Month for the Miami Dolphins. What are your thoughts of this, TD?
Yeah, man. This is what the best running back in the NFL does.
That's not true.
Who's better?
Jonathan Taylor.
He all right. But HN is
James Cook.
Stop there now. Now let's back up. Let's not get into a debate and run the rest of the show. Okay, James Cook ain't even close to HN this year.
He certainly is. He certainly is.
Look at EPA.
Everything.
Yeah, why don't you look at EPA? Because I'm sure.
Well, look, he's.
I'm actually curious. Does the data back that? What is the EPA? And the
he's beating HN and all of the casual fan stats too.
No. Go to EPA. Go to EPA.
Yeah. We can look at the casual fan stats. James Cook's winning, and then the real stats. James Cook's winning.
You pull up EPA. I find it hard to believe HN is winning. The man is negative 8 yards on every play and turn it into 9.
And shocker, guess who wins the AFC Defensive Player of the Month? Mr. Myles Garrett himself with 18 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 9 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. And guess, if you had to guess, who do you think wins AFC Special Teams Player of the Month?
It's probably a Jet.
Now, what position do you think? Because it is a Jet. What position on the special teams do you think the Jets got?
Probably the long snapper.
Dog, though. Thomas Hennessy. He's the longest tenured Jet. Don't sleep on him.
Who's your gunner, dude? Who's your gunner?
Quantez Stiggers. It's not our gunner. Who he could be a Pro Bowler. He's a dog. It's our punter, baby. Our undrafted free agent stud punter, Austin McNamara. Man, this is literally the MVP of our squad as our punter. And people laugh like, dude, your punter is your best player? Yeah, he's a dog. And we found him in an undrafted free agency pool. So shout out to Austin McNamara, baby. Vote him. I want him to be a Pro Bowler. 11 punts inside the 20-yard line, 64. Man, we got to make punters great again, man. We got to celebrate our punters.
Y'all just always punting.
No, we ain't. Hey, bro. Special teams. Don't sleep on it, TD.
Oh, man, congratulations to him.
Undrafted free agent. It's a cool story.
But I'm sure Dan looked up that EPA and he like, yeah, I'm not going to bring that up.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. HN is 3rd right now and James Cook is 10th, bro.
I know you looked it up, Dan. When I see Dan Head over there going.
I did, dude. I did. I didn't have a chance to check in.
Don't say a word.
Recency. Yeah, recency bias, man.
Someone in the chat someone's in the chat said I brought up this topic because of that. No, I brought up this topic because of this super chat saying Rookie of the Month. So I want to go through all the awards. It's simple as that. Super chats, if you guys did not know, can become a topic. So whenever there's a super chat, it turns into a whole segment. Mm-hmm. So that's exactly why the segment came up, was because of Sergeant Moonshine super chat of his boy Trevion Henderson becoming Rookie of the Month. But nice try, baby. Nice try. All right, let's get into some smashing the like buttons before anything. So hit that like button, folks. We appreciate all the love and the support on this channel. Cannot thank you guys enough for tuning in. As always, Sleeper is a proud sponsor, and we're going to give you guys our locks for tonight's matchup. Lions, Cowboys, arguably the game of the whole weekend. Yeah. I'm really excited for this game. Really, really excited for this one. What are your guys' locks for sleeper for tonight? Who do you think is going to have a big game? I saw Amon-Ra St. Brown's questionable. I hope he doesn't play because I got Jameson Williams that I need to go off. But
Yeah,
there's
I would like Jameson
there's
Williams
actually
himself.
George Pickens line is 76.5 receiving yards.
Over.
He's hit the more on that for like 5 straight games. Javonte Williams is at 66.5. You can also do duos, which is cool. You can have Pickens and Gibbs both getting a touchdown. So there's a lot of interesting stuff you guys can do over on the Sleeper app. So go right now, click the link at the top of the chat, download the Sleeper app, use the code RTS, get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting the proud sponsors. Win up to 100x your money. You guys are getting free money right now using our code RTS. So big shout out to them for being the proud sponsor of the show.
And so how about George Pickens over receiving yards and an Isaac Tesla anytime touchdown with no Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I like it.
So
That first event was epic besides the game, shaking my head.
Yeah.
Were you there, Tony? Well, yeah, I think he was.
Yeah,
my boy Tony was there. Yeah, we got to chill with Tony more often. You know what I mean?
That game was epic. It was epic.
That's my guy. All right.
I think that game will go down as the most unique experience of my Jet life that I'll never relive in terms of tragedy to ecstasy to we won, but at what cost? You know, it was such a weird
roller coaster of emotions. You know,
it's like we win. It's like we did that for Rodgers, but then you're like, it's all right, Richie. You still got Zach Wilson. I'm like, oh no, we got Zach Wilson for the rest of the year. It's like, we're 1-0, but
I had nothing vested in that game, and I will say that was an event. That really was an event. So yeah,
that was the first event we ever did.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And you know what, guys? I feel like we need to talk about this Thursday night football matchup because damn, brother. Let me tell you what, dude. Cowboys fans are feeling themselves right now. They absolutely need a dub. In fact, I'm going to share my screen. And there was a Cowboys fan that attempted to hype up the fan base, earlier today. And don't mind where this came from. We all hate Dobbs. However,
we all hate Dobbs.
This is it. This what the fuck all the market is for. I moved here for this. You understand me? 40 plus from the motherfucking rooter to the tutor. You understand me? This is what the fuck it's all about. Y'all motherfuckers playing for the star. Excuse my French, but I mean what I say. I've lived in 8 different cities, man. 8 different cities, 6 different states. Argue with motherfuckers every day about this. About to lose my life for this. The streets could do nothing with me. But I'm here now, 40 plus, and I'd be damned if this ain't what it's about.
Dallas Cowboys, man. That's a hype speech right there if I've seen one.
Wow.
Yeah, that just sealed the deal, man.
And the Cowboys by 30. Cowboys by 30, brother.
No, the opposite. Let me tell you something. You want to know when the Cowboys are gonna lose? Just
what's that?
A fan base when they believe they're gonna win. That's all. That's the only thing. Just go look at the fan base when they feel like, yeah, this the one. That's when they lose. For some strange reason. But I will say this is going to be a monster game tonight.
Yeah.
And when I say monster, you got to understand the implications of this game, as we might as well go into it. Look at it like this. Detroit is 7-5. Dallas is 6-5-1. This game is so massive for the NFC, period. Why? Because if Dallas pulls off this victory, the Lions might not even make the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Because if the Lions lose this game, they are highly unlikely to win the division at that point. Not only are they unlikely to win the division at that point, they put themselves in a terrible wild card position because Dallas may be a wild card team that beat them if they lose. This is a must win for the Detroit Lions. Obviously for the Dallas Cowboys as well, because if they lose, their hopes are like really, really, really dwindled down of even making a wild card. Detroit's trying to keep up in the division and still try to take it. This game has so many implications for playoffs, wild card, division champions, all of that stuff. This is what it's about. You start December with football like this, the NFL is strong, baby, and I love it. I can't wait for this game tonight.
Can't wait for this. Well, so you take it, man. It's Jerry World.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. See, man, the fans are undefeated when they hope they lose, but I'm gonna for the first time in a long time, I'm gonna take the Dallas Cowboys in the game that they have to win. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys. What I saw from Dak Prescott versus the Chiefs, and as of late, has been miraculous. This guy has been moving up the MVP rankings as well. We need to pay attention to that. He's been spectacular for his team, making plays. And, the crazy thing is, it's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, Dak Prescott's kind of been that 9, and it's been so good. But it's still little itty bitty moments where you wish you had a little bit more. But Jared Goff and the Lions, they've been very inconsistent. You don't know what you have in them any given week. Also, Dan Campbell is starting those aggressive plays and going for it anyway when you shouldn't. It's starting to catch up to them too. It's starting to become more bad decisions than just ballsy. Okay. So for that reason, I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys. I feel like they found something in Pickens. Pickens is really woken up as a wide receiver and is absolutely balling out right now. Can he finish the season strong and put himself in the upper echelon? He's certainly playing like it, but it takes a long tenure of playing like that to be in that upper echelon, and he's on his way there. St. Brown, questionable in this game. I don't like that because even if he does play, he was questionable, so something's ailing. And you got to go with the Cowboys here. That run defense has been greatly improved, and they've gotten some pressure on quarterbacks. So I love what I'm seeing from Dallas right now. It's hard for me to bet against them because the Lions have really been inconsistent. Score prediction, 35-32.
So this is a game of advantages for me. What team has the most advantages on a per drive basis is where I'm going with this. And the Detroit Lions have the following, and their defense is significantly better. And so across all metrics, right? So much better defense, right? I know that the Cowboys have improved. A lot of those pieces that they have brought in have at least somewhat made them more of like a mid-round defense when it comes to stopping the run against the pass, what have you. And they have more of an efficient red zone offense. Okay. So with the Lions, quality in the red zone, and they generate more pressure and sacks. We all know, of course, that the Cowboys have had struggles in that department, and they have a better offensive line and pass pro, followed by the Dallas Cowboys, who just have in crazy offense, slightly more efficient passing, and they're marginally better overall as an offense per EPA, what have you. I don't know what to think. I really don't know what to think. Even if Amon-Ra St. Brown is out there, it's hard for me to assume he's going to be anywhere close to 100%. So do you trust J-Mo Williams, and do you trust a rookie in an Isaac Tesla? Maybe you get that young tight end moving too with Sam Laporta. Can't sleep on the run game over in Detroit either. They need to get Gibbs and need to get Montgomery going.
Laporta's hurt, isn't he? He's done for
Is
the
he?
year.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, he's out. I forgot what that brand new tight end was.
You remember last week, Dan? I'm like, no way I'm starting Jameson Williams. What happens? Guy goes off.
Yeah, he cooks you. He cooks you, right? So I think this game is going to be a shootout, right? I'm probably going to lean toward Detroit here just because I trust them to run the football a bit more than I assume from Dallas. So give me the Lions.
Ooh. The Detroit Lions is where at real Dan Mitchell's going.
Yes.
TD, you're going Dallas.
Yeah, and if I could just add a little piece to Dan, the reason why I don't trust the Lions, I know their defenses play well, but against good teams, this is what they're giving me. Green Bay Packers put up 27 on them. The Chiefs put up 30 on them. The Ravens put up 30 on them. You got the Vikings put up 27 on them. You got the Giants putting up 27. You got the Packers putting up 31. They still give up points, and that's what Dallas is going to do, score them. So it's really going to be on their offense. Can they keep up and outscore Dallas?
Oh, man. You have DJ Reed. He's back. I mean, maybe he ends up making a little play for him here and there. Rich, what do you got, man?
I think this is going to be a really fun game. I cannot wait for it, honestly. This game is in Dallas. Again, no way. This has to be in Detroit, right?
In Dallas, brother.
In Dallas. Is that 3 straight home games, man? But, Jerry World gets another game. I think this is their 3rd straight home game because they versed the Chiefs in Jerry World and then the Eagles, whatever. But the Dallas Cowboys are on a roll right now, and the Detroit Lions are on a lull right now. So the big question is, you got a red-hot team that's found new life and a team that's dealing with adversity. So it's like, at the end of the day, how can you not pick Dallas in this one? Because Detroit is dealing with injuries, they're dealing with adversity, but this is like a desperation game for both teams. Honestly, I'll say this. If Dallas wins, I think they may run the table.
Ooh!
This is the game
What's
where
that schedule look like for him?
Dude, if the
look
Cowboys
like they running the table.
yeah, like this is
It might look like that. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, this game's in Detroit, according to the chat. So thank you, chat, because there's no way they're going in Dallas again.
Okay.
But it's a dome anyway, either way. So
Yeah, it's
the
in
weather
Detroit. My mistake.
Yeah, so it won't matter. There's no weather to be worried about. But like, dude, Dak Prescott, I trust more than Jared Goff, to be honest. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb are just unstoppable. Don't sleep on Jake Ferguson, one of the better tight ends in football this season. Javonte Williams, their offensive line's playing solid. And then you look at the defense. Quinnen Williams transformed the defense, bro. He's playing since he went to Dallas. He is the best defensive tackle in the NFL in terms of all the metrics. So, dude, I'm going to lean Dallas here. I do think they're going to be on a roll and go into Detroit. And then if the Lions lose, they fall to 7-6. Then all of a sudden you look up, the Lions may miss the playoffs. This is crazy, bro. Chat, let us know. And whoever is running, I don't even know who is active for our YouTube channel right now in the chat. We appreciate you. Make a poll for us, whoever you are. Who they got winning? We got either Dallas or Lions. So make a poll, and we'll see who the poll has. So we appreciate whichever intern is active right now rolling our YouTube, because I know it's not TD. I know that for sure.
You always discount.
So I'm kind of
it's YouTube?
curious real fast.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm just double checking real fast because right now with the Cowboys schedule, if they get past the Lions and their remaining schedule is Vikings at home, Chargers at home, travel to Washington, and travel to New York for the New York Giants. They could run the table. They very well could run.
They make the playoffs and even win the division. I mean, depending on what happens with the Eagles.
I'm sure you're probably curious about that because with the Eagles have been struggling, and surprisingly enough, this Dallas Cowboys team has a 9.5% chance of winning their division.
Yeah, that'll change after this game if they win. It'll go.
Shout out to our intern, Sam, is the one that is active right now in the chat. That's
Sam,
our boy,
thank
man.
you.
Thank you, Sam. We appreciate you. I was like, dude, this is what we like to see from an intern, man. Be active in the chat. Everybody give Sam some love in the chat. Killing it over here at the Roundtable Sports internship. Shout out to you, brother.
So one thing I've noticed about this week is that we actually have a lot of really good games. A lot of very good games this week, folks. Transitioning over to this one. And very excited to talk about this one. In the AFC South matchup at 12. The Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Dude, oh, baby, let's go, Jaguars.
So I'll tell you
Come on,
what.
Trevor.
And so I'm not sure if anybody really buys into a lot of these obscure stats. But if you do, the Colts have not won in Jacksonville since 2014. This Indianapolis Colts team has not won a game in Jacksonville since 2014. For me, I typically don't buy into things like that because with each and every single year, very, very oftentimes you're looking at some significant changes from key personnel, maybe a different coaching staff, what have you. But maybe it's just a curse, right? And Indianapolis just doesn't have a good history in Duval. I'm going to go Richie on this one. Do we trust Liam Cohn to continue to pull miracles with the 27th ranked quarterback in the NFL and to take down the Indianapolis Colts in Duval.
Hey, I mean, I know it's the Titans, but Trevor Lawrence did do a lot better last week because the week prior he had 4 turnovers. He played a clean game through the air, and I think that maybe I'm watching too much of UCF Jaguars content, man, because he's selling me on that team. Maybe that's what it is.
He's
I blame you, Dalton. You know what I mean? I see your content. I'm watching it. And I'm like, Dalton's got a point here. And all jokes aside, I think that the Jaguars are rolling. The Colts are now hit adversity. It's in Jacksonville. This game is for the division. This game will not tell you who wins the division because they have another matchup against each other later on in the year. But I just trust the Jaguars at home right now. I just do. And it's not just because of Trevor Lawrence. The team around him, the defense is opportunistic, taking the ball away. I think they're pretty relatively good against the run, which is what the Colts' identity is. The Colts don't have Sauce Gardner anymore. I don't know, man. I'm going to roll with the Jacksonville Jaguars at home to win this game. And then, the Jaguars are going to be the front runners to win that division. What if the Jaguars are the team to beat in the playoffs? What if the Bills have to go into Jacksonville for wild card weekend and they get bounced by Trevor Lawrence?
No, then the Bills going to win. We need to stop this mess. First of all, let's get something
straight. The Bills would win. And say that TD says that and say that. So, because honestly, man, out of any potential matchup that Buffalo could have for the first round of wild card weekend, sign me up for Jacksonville. Sign me up for them boys.
You should be scared, dog.
Sign me up for them boys.
Dude, that Duval different. Liam Cohen got them little boys ready to go. And you should be afraid of the Jaguars for this reason and this reason only. Yeah. Their defense knows how to take the ball away. Your offense does not know how to protect the ball.
Until it's the playoffs. We take care of the football in the playoffs. All right, TD, what do you got?
Let me ask you this question. In that division, what was the team that struggled the most early on? Outside of Tennessee, just get them out of the way.
It was the Texans.
The Texans, right? Yeah. I want you to think about the Jags. See, I'm not impressed. You beat the Panthers. You beat the Texans in week 3.
Whoa. Let's put some respect on the Panthers.
Week 1, Panthers. Okay. You beat the Texans in week 3. You beat the 49ers when they were down. Y'all remember that earlier in the season.
The Niners were never down.
Yeah, they were having quarterback issues.
Mac Jones has been nice even when he plays, bro. Mac Jones beat the Rams, bro.
With the Rams frauds, you know how I feel about that. But anyway,
okay. Yeah, throw everything he's about to say in
their one claim to fame for me is the Chiefs. And everybody's claim to fame this year is the Chiefs. Think about it.
All right. See, this is where the hypocrite.
You're right. Yeah.
But Dan, he doesn't have the same energy with the Patriots, bro. He really doesn't. This is why I'm not going to allow him to do this.
The Patriots beat
step in.
Their claim. What's the Patriots' claim to fame? To beat who? The Bills, who you think are frauds.
Hey, they beat the Buffalo Bills, man.
Who you think is frauds, bro. This is why you can't even talk about the NFL because you're so inconsistent, Edie.
Richie, but that's why the Patriots are at the top of the NFL right now. Not the division, the NFL. Now, if they were 8-4, okay, we'd be having a different conversation.
I'm just calling you out for your hypocrisy, bro. That's all I'm doing.
It's not hypocrisy. The Patriots don't fall in that category, and that's why they're the number 1 team in the league. Not these 8-4 teams that most of them are frauds. So I don't see the truly impressive win by the Jags. And another thing, the Jags got to play the Colts twice. They still got to play the Broncos. Lucky them, they got the Jets and the Titans. This division isn't going to be settled this weekend regardless of who wins or loses because they play each other again, and both teams have a god-awful, terrible, tough schedule.
Well, but the winner of this game will be in the driver's seat because that next game will be like that other team, whoever wins this game, that other team is going to be able to clinch the division in that win. So this game is everything.
Yeah, they would be in the driver's seat. The only problem is the Jags already got a loss to the Texans within the division as well. So
the Colts.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. They're beating up on each other. It's going to come down to the wire. I'm going to tell you now, man, I don't believe in the Colts or the Jags. I'm starting to feel like Houston might come back and actually take the division potentially, just barely at the very end. Both of these teams, I'm going to pick the Colts in this one. I don't believe in the Jaguars. Yeah, they're going to be on the road. It's not easy, but the Jags have been very opportunistic. I think the Colts have gotten their wake-up call. If they're legitimate, they've been slapped in the face 2 weeks in a row against two great defenses, and I think this is where they get back on track in a division win, in a massive division win that they're going to need. So I'm going to go with the Colts here, 27-24 over the Jags.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, man. Yeah, for me, I don't know, man. I really think that most defenses have figured out what Daniel Jones is all about, right? A lot of what plagued him earlier in his career over in New York is starting to rear its ugly head. He's playing with a broken fibula or a fractured fibula or something like that. He's clearly limited. I like Jacksonville's defense. I think that they typically have a pretty good chance of being able to contain/limit Jonathan Taylor. With that being said, I'm going to go with Jacksonville. I'm going to ride with the hot hand, the fact that they are home, and they will improve to 9-4.
We got a super chat from NYJ. Don't tell NB. TD says Jets beat Bengals without Burrow, but fails to mention Patriots.
What?
What do you mean? TD says Jets beat Bengals without Burrow, but fails to mention Patriots. Well,
Patriots beat the Bengals without Burrow, too.
Okay. It's just another win. It ain't a big deal. I don't say Bengals.
Jets didn't struggle in that game, 39 points.
And so I'm actually having Zim on my channel tomorrow morning.
Oh, boy, that's must-see TV.
Wow.
Yeah. It's going to be a good debate.
Hold on. You know what I just realized in the in the AFC South, the Houston Texans are 4-1 in the division. They only got one more division game. They have from a tiebreaker standpoint, they have a commanding presence right now, being 4-1 in the division. They are owning the division,
and they beat the Bills.
Yeah, man. Well, we already know they're better than the Bills.
TD
and the record doesn't suggest that. Yeah.
Houston's going to win that division.
Well, that is true because if they have the tiebreaker, that's everything.
Yeah.
Say like the division ends in a 3-way tie, they're all 10-7 or something.
Yeah.
It's all going to come down to those tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What can you do? Moving on. Let's talk about this next game. NFL Week 14. And since it's our last episode of the week together, I'm going to make sure that we only discuss heaters today, folks. All right. Ooh, this is really good. In AFC North bout, okay, some divisional mutiny. The Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh.
And breaking news with this game, Lamar Jackson has an ankle injury. He's not practicing today.
For the second time, yeah.
Dan's like, yeah. TikTok brain.
They need to stop this mess, man.
He's been playing bad this year. He's been bad. He's been bad this year. But anyway, let's talk about them. Let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. If you were to ask me, and so I think that the winner of this one is winning the division. So I really think that that's the case. I think a lot is on the line right here. Richie, Steelers, and the Baltimore Ravens, maybe no Lamar. That or a limited Lamar Jackson.
And I don't want you to just don't forget about the Bengals.
Yeah,
we're gonna
Bengals about to get a dub
Sunday. We're gonna end that on Sunday. They'll be good. And so the Bengals fans are gonna start doing their mock drafts after all this is said and done. But
I don't know, man. Don't sleep on Cincinnati. But yeah, I mean, the AFC North went from being the most competitive, entertaining division to like the worst division of football. Who the heck saw that coming? Who saw that coming? Aaron Rodgers is an old man. It's kind of sad to see him go out like this. It really is. And Baltimore is going out there without Lamar potentially, even 100%. So I don't know, man. I trust the Ravens in this game more than anything. But at the end of the day, you got two banged up quarterbacks, and they're both probably going to play through the injuries. But I'm going to lean more towards Baltimore. I feel like Pittsburgh, you're seeing through the cracks a little bit, and everything's starting to blow up. The Pittsburgh Steelers are built to win right now. They're all in to win, and it's all falling apart. They started fast, and now they're hitting a lull. I don't know if they're going to get through it. The Ravens are also going through some adversity, but I'm going to lean Baltimore in this one.
Baltimore wow. So you trust Snoop Huntley, huh?
Yeah.
You trust Snoop Huntley to get it done. I think that this defense over in Pittsburgh is going to wake up. I think they dial up the physicality. So for some odd reason, I would really like someone to actually put research into this, but out of every single time that you get headlines of Pittsburgh Steelers fans want Mike Tomlin out of Pittsburgh immediately, what his record is, like after those headlines start hitting, he's the type of head coach that does win these kind of games. Like after an embarrassing loss in the regular season, he is pretty good at making adjustments. So Lamar's been struggling, dude. He's been playing through this injury. I'm not even sure if he's going to play. And even if he does, something like one touchdown accounted for the past 3 weeks. He's clearly not 100%. And their run blocking is all out of sorts as well. I'm not putting it on Derrick Henry entirely, but I wouldn't be shocked, and you shouldn't be shocked, that a running back at that age slowly but surely starts to hit the decline. It's just, it happens, especially once you get on the wrong end of 30. And why in the world would they extend Mark Andrews? Why in the world would they extend Mark Andrews, especially now that Isaiah Likely is going to be okay. I suppose that's another topic for another time. TD, Steelers, Ravens. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. The Steelers are having their issues, especially with Aaron Rodgers' hand. And Baltimore just ain't playing great football. I have to still go with the Baltimore Ravens in this game. It's going to be a tough one, but you never know which way it goes. We're talking about two defenses that's out to get each other's head. They're literally, these are heavy hitters. This is like the big leagues for me. When you talk about aggressive football in the month of December, you're going to get both teams' very best on the defensive side of the football. This is a matter of who plays the best offense. And I'm going to just put it like this. The Baltimore Ravens are due. They're due. Derrick Henry's due. Lamar Jackson's due. And I'm going to bet on them being due than Aaron Rodgers in the Pittsburgh Steelers offense being due. They're having miscommunication issues over in Pittsburgh. And Aaron Rodgers was right about that with Jonnu Smith. That should have been an easy completion over the middle to keep that drive going and keep that game alive. But he didn't, recognize the check going inside versus outside. So again, I'm riding with the Ravens here. I think they're going to run the ball well because this is going to be a game of who can run the ball well because defenses are going to play top notch. And when Baltimore gets up just by 2 possessions, that's when it's going to get away from them because Pittsburgh doesn't want that kind of game. Give me Baltimore, even though they suck at home this year, being 3-4. 3-4 at home, man. But I'm still going to ride with Baltimore because I believe in them more.
So many games in that 1 o'clock slate, man, but I'm just going to be locked in on that Buffalo Bills and Cincinnati Bengals matchup, which I know you guys are going to be as well. It's going to be, man, what can you, what can you do? Folks, say that you want to hear the previews of that. We highly recommend you go watch the replay of the AFC East Roundtable. Great show over there, man. Great show indeed.
If you ever heard of it. Shout out to Zach Show for the $5. Dolphins are back and healthy. MetLife takeover. Fins win 21-15. A-Jane puts up 165 on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Darren Waller, 1 touchdown. Let's go. I don't know, man. Tyrod Taylor, baby.
Let's get it done.
Back in the MVP race.
All right. You know what? Let's move on. 4 o'clock slate, 4:30 slate. Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh.
The Bears and the Packers.
Ooh.
The Bears' first test, if you were to ask me. Right now, they are 9-3. They're going up against the 8-3-1 Green Bay Packers.
First test. They just beat the Eagles then.
They did. The second test, the third test, what have you. Listen, hate all you want. Hate all you want. It doesn't matter if they have the lowest point differential in first seed NFL history, but they are there at the 1 seed going into Lambeau. Rich, what do you got, man? Talk to me.
This is a great one. It really is. But the Packers own the Bears, bro. They really do. So I'm rolling with Green Bay. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think their Chicago Bears streak comes to an end in Lambeau, and it's going to be a low-scoring, ugly 21-19 type of game. I'm excited to see it. I think it's going to be a really nice one. The NFC North is up for grabs with the Lions now coming down to earth a little bit. Chicago's throwing well, but the big key in this one is going to be the ground and pound approach to Chicago. Are they going to be able to establish it? Are they going to be able to run the ball as efficiently as they've done in the last few weeks? But I got the Packers, man. I think they're starting to get hot as well, and I just believe them a little bit more. I believe in Jordan Love. I believe in LaFleur. I believe in the experience. I believe in their defense. But Chicago can easily win this game. It's not like it's an easy dub, I'm predicting. But I'm going to go with Green Bay.
Green Bay, man. I feel like I'm going to have to go with Green Bay as well. Although that I'm interested to see what that matchup is going to look like with Micah Parsons and that offensive line over in Chicago. It is a big part of the reason, plus the run game on top of that. It's going to be a close game. I don't really think that Green Bay is going to go in there and just dog walk them, because what the Packers struggle with, the Chicago Bears actually have a really good answer to. And all of the strengths over at Green Bay, same thing could be said with the Chicago Bears unit. Like it's tough to say. How does Caleb Williams perform, though? That's going to be the X factor in my eyes. TD, thoughts?
Chicago Bears are about to claim the division.
Wow.
I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears here, man. I'm going to be honest, though. I don't know what to expect. I don't mean to be lazy, but I don't know what to expect. This is the first time they're seeing each other this year, and then they see each other, I think, 2 weeks from now as well. Like literally back to back. Chicago is a good road team, y'all. That's the most shocking piece of Chicago, and nobody talk about. They are a good road team. They are 5-2 on the road, and that's very impressive. And Chicago, for some reason, late game execution, they always find a way to win. I'm not knocking the Green Bay Packers. Good team as well. Especially as of late, you see that pass rush. But let's see Caleb Williams versus this pass rush. Who wins that battle? Because we know Caleb can get in and out of trouble, get escape pressure, extend plays. Who's going to win that battle? That's what it's going to come down to as well. But and Richie said it, Green Bay owns Chicago. This is a different Chicago. There is no evidence to say Green Bay owns what's his name? The coach. I'm tripping. What's
Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson. Yeah. No, there's no evidence to say Green Bay owns Ben Johnson, a version of the Bears. That's what we're about to find out. That's what this is going to be about. And I'm going to ride with the Bears. They played the most consistent football. They played I don't want to say better football, but yeah, I'll just stick with the most consistent. And this is going to be a must watch. Like that middle week slate, Richie, when we hanging out in New York, man, this is the one we probably got to go catch the second half after the game.
Yeah, and this is their first matchup. I just realized they play again in 2 weeks on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I gotta see these two teams and what they put on put out. So big. I just can't. I want to, as a spectator, I want to see this one. But I'm going Chicago, and I'm gonna give it a score of 27-23.
Got it. You need to go, TD?
In about 2 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Super chat from Sean. Richie, when is the sun going to shine on our asses as Jets fans? The cosmic balance needs balancing. You're seeing the sun start to shine, baby. You heard my bold take to start off the show. Since the Jets' first win, Aaron Glenn from that point, throw away the 0-7, delete that from your memory. He was going to be above 500 coach from here on out, baby.
You can't throw it away as his.
Well, he'll get to an all-time 500 record eventually, but that's going to take him a little bit because he dug himself into a hole. And let me just remind you guys what I said all offseason about the Jets. It's going to get ugly before it gets pretty. We're on the pretty side of things, baby. Let's go. JD the Great says, enjoy the game, fellas. And I'm making the playoffs in fantasy this week. Ooh, you're taking on TD, though.
No, you're not. Richie, man, do your job. Richie. I'll take care of JD. You do your job.
I don't know. Well, RotoWire is a big reason why I'm at the top, at the tippity top. So let me know if you guys are down to check out RotoWire, because you guys should. 15% off using the code RTS. Signing up today is the ultimate fantasy football tool. I'm excited, man. I clinched a playoff, so I don't really have anything to play for. So I think I'm going to rest my guys against JD because they need to hydrate. They need a week off. I clinched the
Richie,
number one.
You better play them starters. I'll take your phone when I get to New York and set your lineup.
You know what, man? Maybe I'll start, my bench guys. I got some interesting guys off the bench. We shall see. Maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll pick up all Jets to start them.
Nah, Richie, that just means you're scared of me. You're scared of me getting in the playoffs.
Nah, because see, look, the problem with you, TD, you got to rely on other people to do your dirty work. That said,
I'm the one that gave you Joe Burrow.
You didn't give me. You moronically dropped him.
No, I thought he was
going to put him in your IR slot.
I thought you know what? I don't know nothing about an IR slot. We get IR.
Yeah, man. Right. But I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm in 3 leagues. One of the leagues I'm in your position where I'm in a desperate chance to win. So I feel you. But I'm the 2nd seed in the other league. So a big week for fantasy football coming up. I'm excited for it. And check out RotoWire to help you guys out for all your fantasy football stuff. Use the code RTS.
All right, y'all. I got to get up out of here. Dan and Rich, you're going to finish it out. But real quick before I go, Parks, man, salute to you. Dolphins world, Celtics world, baby. Let's go.
Don't.
Oh, good God. We'll see you, TD. You know what? Right. We have, speaking of Parks, we got Parks in the building. What's up, Parks?
When is the sun going to shine on the Jets? Never.
Yeah, it will, baby.
This hypocrisy you do, Richie, is just ridiculous to me. Before the Bucks game, you was on here talking about the Patriots going to lose to the Bucks because Baker Mayfield's going to show you the MVP. After we beat the Bucks, you walk on here then talking about the Bucks suck. Well, I don't know, man.
And then all of a sudden, you look at the Bucks the last few weeks. Have they been?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Richie, you suck. Y'all suck.
The Bucks came back down the earth a little bit, man.
You're tanking. But, y'all going to believe that you're not. I don't know. Y'all did the same thing with Robert Saleh. I don't know. But I know this is a football show, but I came on here because last night when I got off, I heard Leno said that he was a Lakers and a Pistons fan. Then he tried to talk stuff about the Celtics. Hey, Leno, I'm going to say this and I'm going to go, hey, Leno, who broke your Pistons win streak this year? Leno, who beat the brakes off the best player on the Lakers team right now, Luka Doncic, in the finals? Leno, before you come at the Celtics, Leno, I'm going to say this, I'm going to go. Go look at the Celtics and the Lakers record in the finals. Then you come back and talk to me, Leno.
That's a
Patriots world, Celtics world. I'm out of here. I'm not TD. I'm out of here, fellas.
Later, Parks.
Parks.
Parks, next time you come in, just remind me who beat you, who sent your asses home last year in the playoffs.
And by the way, man, we got to start talking to TD about his whole the Dolphins world, Celtics world statement.
Yeah, he's got to cut that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
He does not claim the Celtics. I would refuse. He claims the Dolphins and the Patriots, but he doesn't claim the Celtics.
Yeah, dude, you know what, man? He might just be like a New England, Boston sports guy.
He is, bro. I'm sure he's even into hockey, Boston Bruins. Like he's even a Red Sox guy.
Yeah, he'll be a Red Sox and a Bruins guy eventually too.
Oh man, he's a Drake May lover. Can't lie.
He's a Drake May lover. You know what I mean? So what are your thoughts on when you get into conversations with people and they have a really weird fan base, right? They're for example, they're a Yankees fan, but they're also a Lakers fan. They're
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Well, those three are that's a stereotype. Yankees, Lakers, Cowboys is the stereotype.
Yeah. What's your take on that?
I don't know. I just don't relate to it. I don't understand. The thing is, there's 2 types of fans I'm realizing, Dan. There's some people that become a fan because of a player.
Yeah.
Right? Like Leno said he's a Lakers fan because of Kobe.
Yeah.
And he's a Pistons fan because of Cade Cunningham, I believe. You know, there's guys out there that are like fans of a certain team because also their dad growing up, like Jake Ellenbogen in the chat, bringing him up. He's a Rams and Yankees. You know, like there's some people out there. I grew up with a lot of people in New York that are Cowboys fans, and someone here that I'm friends with is a Dolphins fan. I'm always someone like, bro, as long as you have a reason behind it, because you got to be consistent with your city, bro. Unless you live in Buffalo and you're like, you have no choice. You got to be a Knicks fan, man.
Yeah. And so to be honest with you, man, and so I'm really only a fan of the Bills, right? And so I moved down south like when I was 14 years old, and with everybody like the Atlanta Braves, right? And my uncle lives maybe like 40 minutes outside of Athens, Georgia. So I claim the Georgia Bulldogs, right? So I grew up going to the games sometimes every now and again. But yeah. And so I feel like it's only like Bills fandom for me, like stuff that like I like really care about. And maybe I need to get into more sports because like normally off season is grueling for you, boy.
I mean, off season for me is great because that's when the heart of basketball season begins, playoffs and all that. Yeah. And baseball starts in the off season as well. I don't know, man. You should. There's a lot of fun things. I just like, for me, I'm speaking from my perspective of it. I love New York, you know, like my squad represents New York. So it's like New York versus everybody. New York or nowhere type of vibe, you know? Oh, you're from New Jersey, bro. Save it, man. All right. Well, folks, that's going to have to do it for another edition of Fourth and Forever. We appreciate you tapping in with us as always. Please do us a favor, hit that thumbs up sign. It's the easiest way to show love over here on the show. Richie, what do you got to say to the audience before we send them off? Yeah, guys, just a reminder, if you're looking for a play-by-play watch party reaction of the Jets-Dolphins game, you will not be able to find it on Jets Media or TD Finns Talk this Sunday because we will be together at the game. And you can come to the game with us if you like.
Yeah.
$100. It's still there if you want.
Dude, fun fact as well.
You can hang out with us, dude.
Fun fact as well. You will not see a Dan Mitchell live stream in the Bengals game either.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or a Colby one because they're bye week.
Or a Colby one, man. Wow, dude. What are y'all gonna do?
You won't see any of us on Sunday, so you're gonna miss these faces, huh? But I'll be gonna try to post some content while we're at the game and stuff. But there won't be a live stream or anything. It'll be cold. And TD's coming to New York City Saturday night, so I may have to meet him in Manhattan to try to show him around so he doesn't get lost in the concrete jungle. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a fun time this weekend. But appreciate everybody tuning in, and we're excited. Enjoy Thursday Night Football.
Enjoy Thursday Night Football. We'll see you soon.
Later, guys.